going to pick up 2 11 gold, go down through this adjacent 11 gold, move up through this 11 eggplant, pick up 2 11 eggplant, go down through this adjacent 11 eggplant, move up through these 2 11 gold. So here we have 1 2 3 4 and 5 sets of these 11 and now I'm going to add my 6th set of 11 which I will be attaching to the center rivoli as we have done here. So I'm picking up 2 11 gold and go down through this adjacent 11 gold, go up through this 11 eggplant, pick up 2 11 eggplant, go down through this 11 eggplant and up to these 2 11 gold. So here is my 6th set. You can see that here also I have attached my 6th set, counting from this 1 2 3 4 5 and 6th. 6th one is attached to this rivoli, and same way I'll be attaching here also 6th one to the rivoli. So counting 1 2 3 4 5 and 6th. Now as you can see I'm exiting through this 11 here also I have to count 6th 11 I am going to attach this 11 to the 6th 11 on this side, and I'll be counting after this one. Here you can see on the top I attached these 2 11 to the center, top center, and now I will count from here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So I'm going to attach to the 6th 11 here. Like this into this 11 going down through the adjacent 11 gold, and here you can see that I attached this to this 11 and now I'll be attaching this to the adjacent 11 eggplant. You can see that this is also the 6th one, skipping these 2 attached to the top tip here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6th. So right now I'm passing through this 6th 11 here, and into this 11 eggplant. So here also I have attached my 6th set to the rivoli, and now I'll be adding more extensions to my heart shape on the left also. Here as we have done here I'll be doing the same way on this side. So again I'll be picking up 2 11 eggplant, move up through this 11 gold, pick up 2 11 gold, go down to this 11 gold, move up into adjacent 11 eggplant, these 2, pick up 2 11 eggplant, go down, move up through this 11 gold, pick up 2 11 gold, go down through the 11 gold, adjacent one, move up through these two 11 eggplant. So here we are adding these sets of 11 gold and 11 eggplant, and we would be adding them in the same number as we did on this side. Here we added 12 sets counting from this bottom one. Let us count once again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. And now here I have added 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 sets. Here also I have to add 12 sets of these 11 O's. So I'll be adding 3 sets more and come back. So here we have completed our 12 sets of 11 O's, and now we have to make this curve that we made on this side. We would be making it on this side also. So for making this curve, we would be adding 15 gold on the inner side and 11 eggplant on the outer side, as we did here. Now here I added 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 sets of such beads, 9 sets of 15 gold and 11 eggplant. So I'll be adding those here also. So for that I'll be picking up one pair of 11 eggplant, go down. Now I will move up through this 11 gold, and now I'll be picking up 2 15 gold and go down through this 11 gold. Move up through these two 11 eggplant. So here I added my first set of 11 and 15's. Now I'll be adding my second set. For this I'm picking up 2 11 eggplant, go down, move up through this 15 gold, pick up 2 15 gold, go down through this 15 gold, move up through these two 11 eggplant. So I added 2 sets of 11's and 15's. My third set, so I'm picking up a pair of 11 eggplant, going down through this 11 eggplant, moving up through this 15 gold, pick up 2 15 gold, go down through this 15 gold. So here you can see that this has started taking shape. This has started curving down, tilting down towards the inner side, and as we are going to add more of these sets, it will tilt toward the inner side. So here I have added 3 sets of 11 eggplant and 15 gold. I'll be adding 6 more and come back. So here I have added my sets of 11 eggplant and 15 gold. I have added in all 9 such sets. Let us count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So you can see that it has taken the shape of this curve, and now we are going to join this here, and here also you can see we have the sets of 11's. So we have on this side 1 2 3 and 4 sets, and here I already added 2 sets, so I'll be adding 2 more sets of 11's here. So for this I'm going to pick up 2 11 eggplant, go down, move up through this 15O gold, and now I'm going to pick up 11O gold. We are not going to make any more curve, we are going to join these. So we are going to pick up 2 11O gold and go down through this 15O gold, move up through these 2 11O eggplant, pick up 2 11O eggplant, go down through this 11O eggplant, move up through this 11O gold, pick up 2 11O gold, go down through this 11O gold. Now this was our last set of 11Os to be added, and now we are going to join these 2 ends together. So for this I'll bring these 2 ends closer. First I'll be joining 11O eggplant. So here, for joining these 2 11O eggplant, here you can see I'm exiting through this 11O. Now I will pass through this 11O eggplant, pass through this adjacent 11O eggplant and into these 2 11O eggplant, like this. And now I will go down through this 11O gold, into this 11O gold on the opposite side, and I'm going to join it into this adjacent 11O gold on this side. Here you can see I'm exiting through this 11O gold. Now I will go on the other side into this 11O gold, and now here, after exiting through this 11O gold, I will move up into this 11O gold on the opposite side, into 11O eggplant, these 2 11O eggplant, again moving to the other side, into here you can see I'm exiting through this 11O eggplant, and now I will pass through the adjacent 11O eggplant and these 2, the one we have to join, into these 2 11O gold, into these, into this one 11O eggplant, into the adjacent 11O eggplant, into this 11O gold, to this 11O eggplant, and now we are going to join these 2 11O gold on the inner edge, Here you can see that I'm exiting through this 11 gold. Now I will pass through the adjacent 11 gold, adjacent to 11 gold. Now I will pass through this 11 eggplant into this 11 gold, the adjacent one, and moving on to the other side. We'll pass through this adjacent 11 gold, and into the one on the other side. So here I have just finished my thread, so I will tie a knot here. It's better to tie the knot on the back side, like this, and I will move through this 11 into these 11 on the outer side and into these 11 gold on the inner side. And now I can cut off my thread. My earring is not yet complete. I have just completed the basic shape here. Now I'm going to add more thread and come back. Now here I have taken more thread on my needle, and now I'll be adding it to this component here. So I'm going to start it from here, tie a knot, move up into a couple of beads, going down, again I'm going to move up, like this. So this way we can add our thread. And now I'm going to cut off this extra thread from here, and now I will move up into these 11 O's, these 15 O's and the 11 O's, and we are going to add the top part here as I have done in this earring. So here I added this on 1, 2, starting from this pair, 1, 2, and third and fourth pair. So here I will pass through these two 15 O's and into these two 11 O gold. Now I will move up into the 11 O eggplant and will pass through this and this 11 O eggplant. These are the third and fourth. If we count from here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here these last two 11 eggplants, just before the sets of these 15 O's, we are going to add the upper part. So here now I'm going to pick up one 11 eggplant and one 11 gold, and I will pass through these two 11 eggplant like this. Now I will move on to the other side into the adjacent two 11's. You can see here 1, 2, leaving first and second set. I am passing through the third and fourth one like this. Now after exiting through this 11 eggplant, here I am going to pick up one 11 gold and one 11 eggplant and pass through these two 11 eggplant. Move up through this 11 gold, allow them to sit, and now we are going to make the extension above these beads using herringbone stitch. So for this I am picking up two 11 gold, go down into this 11 gold, move up through this 11 eggplant. Again I'm going to pick up two 11 eggplant, go down through this adjacent 11 eggplant, allow the beads to sit, and move up through these two 11 gold. Again pick up two 11 gold, go down through this adjacent 11 gold, move up through this 11 eggplant, pick up two 11 eggplant, go down through this adjacent 11 eggplant, move up through these two 11 gold. Again I'm going to pick up two 11 gold, go down through this adjacent 11 gold, move up through this 11 eggplant, pick up two 11 eggplant, go down through this 11 eggplant, move up through these two 11 gold, and now I'm going to add the last set on this side. So for this I'm picking up 11 gold, moving up through this 11 eggplant, going down through these, moving up into these two 11 gold. So here you can see that I have added 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sets of these 11 O's, and now I'm going to make a curve here, an angle here. So for this I'm going to add 11 O's to this pairs of 11 gold only and not to this 11 eggplant. So here we are going to make an angle. So for this I will pick up one pair of 11 eggplant, go down into this 11 gold, up through this 11O gold and 11O eggplant. Pick up one pair of 11O gold, going down like this. Now this pair of 11O eggplant would be the center one. So here I will pass through. Right now I'm exiting through this 11O eggplant. I will go down into this 11O gold, up into this adjacent 11O gold, and now I will skip this 11O eggplant and pass through this 11O gold here like this into. Now I will pick up one pair of 11O gold and pass through this 11O gold. I will skip this 11O eggplant and pass through this 11O gold. Like this. Once again I will pass through this 11O and skipping this one. So you can see I'm passing through these two to reinforce the shape like this. Now I will pick up one 11O eggplant and pass through this 11O gold, up into the adjacent 11O gold, pick up one 11O eggplant and pass through the same 11O gold like this into this 11O eggplant, up through this 11O eggplant and down through this one. So I have created a base for making the extension of herringbone chain here. Now again I'm going to pick up a pair of 11O eggplant and I will go down through this next 11O eggplant like this, up into these 11O gold, picking up two 11O gold into this. Up into 11O eggplant, two 11O eggplant and down, up. Here again we need to add 5 sets as we did on this side. So here you can see I have added 1, 2, 3 sets. I'll be adding 2 more. Again into this, picking up 211 eggplant, and now my last set. Into these two 11 gold. Now I'm going to attach this to the heart shape here. You can see I have added 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sets, and now I'm going to add this, attach it to here. So for that I'll be counting 1, 2, and I have to attach it to this third and fourth 11 O's. So as I'm exiting through this 11 gold, so 1, 2, so I'll be passing through 3 and then 4 like this. Move up into this 11 eggplant. Once again I'll be going down through this 11 gold into these two 11 eggplant, into the adjacent two 11 eggplant, no, this one, third and fourth, I can't do this by mistake. I just passed through this fifth one. I had to pass through only third and fourth 11 O's here only, so I'll go back side, and now I'll be passing through third and fourth, 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this. Move up into this 11 gold, into this 11 eggplant, and then into these two 11 O's, and now I will move up into this, into this 11 gold and this 11 eggplant at the center. So now we are going to make this extension on the top. So for this I'm going to pick up two 11 eggplant and pass through this 11 eggplant at the center. Again I'm going to pass through this 11 and pick up two 11 eggplant and pass through this one. Up into this 11, pick up two 11 eggplant, go down, again we are doing this herringbone stitch here, two 11 eggplant, go down through this adjacent one, moving up through these two 11's, pick up two 11 eggplant, go down through the adjacent one, move up through this one, pick up two 11 eggplant, going down through this 11 moving up. And now after adding these 3 sets, I'm going to pick up only one 11 gold, go down through this adjacent 11 eggplant, move up through this 11 eggplant into this 11 gold, down through this 11 eggplant, up into this 11 eggplant, into this 11 gold. And now we are going to make a loop for our ear wire. So for this I'm picking up 8 15 gold. So here I have these 4 and 4 8 15 gold, and pass through this 11 gold. Once again I'll pass through all these 15s. I'll be passing through all these 15s once again just to reinforce my loop. Like this. Now I will go down through these 3 11s here and pick up one 11 eggplant and go down through this 11, move up into this 11. Very gently we are going to add these 11s here, up through all these 3 11s into this 11 gold, down through all these 3 11 eggplant, pick up one 11 eggplant, pass through this 11 eggplant, up to the adjacent one, pick up one 11 eggplant and pass through all these 3 11s. So here we have joined these, and now I will pass through this 11 gold and into all these 11s. Very gently we have to do this so that we can retain this shape. Here you can see this shape. And now after exiting through these 11s, I'm going to pass through this one, and here you can see that I'm going through this center part, and I will come out. You can see that right now I'm exiting through this 11 here. I will pass through this center here and come out through this thread like this. Now I have come out through this center thread that is in between these 2 beads, Now after passing through this one, I will pass through this next thread and now I will pick up one 11 eggplant, and here I will pass through this first thread and the second one. We have to be very careful while adding these beads like this, and you can see that we added this bead in between these two. You can see this. Now after exiting through this one, now I will pass through the thread of the next pair like this, pick up one 11 eggplant, go back into this 11, and once again we are going to pass through the two threads, these two. The one before this bead and this three like this. Now I will pass through this next pair like this, pick up one 11 and pass through this first one, the second one, sorry, and now I will pass through, go down into these two threads here, and into this one. You may find it a bit difficult in the beginning, but adding these beads will really make your shape of this heart firm and beautiful. So if you find it difficult, you may skip this, but it enhances the beauty of our earrings. So this is the important part of the earring. Very patiently you will have to do this, picking up one 11 here. Very carefully we have to pass through the thread, only one thread at a time, and then into this 11 down through these two threads like this, and then pick up the thread of the next pair. Again pick up one 11, pass through this 11, again going down into these two threads, and pick up the next thread. Again pick up one 11, go back into this 11, go down into these two threads, and into this next thread. Again pick up one 11, go back into these two threads, and pick up the thread of the next pair. pick up one 11 go back into this 11 again, pick up the thread like this, pick up the next thread. So here you can see that this way we have added these 11 O's here, and we would be adding these 11 O's till we reach this thread, and I'll be adding these till I reach this thread, and then I'll come back. Now here you can see that I have added these 11 O's, and they are sitting with each of these pair, and now I will pass through this one. Here I am picking up this thread, at this corner you might find it difficult to pick up the threads, so we have to be very careful here. So here I have picked up this thread, and now I will pick up one 11 and pass through this, go down, and passing through these two. Now I will pick up this thread, this one, pick up one 11 and pass through this 11 like this, moving down. Now after picking up this thread, now I will pass through this thread on the other side, and here we are going to add the bead at the tip. So for this I will pick up one 11 and pass through this. Again I will go down through these two like this, and now for reinforcing this shape, this tip here, I will go back into this 11 into this 11 like this. I'm attaching this to the tip so it won't move. If you want, you can just attach it from the back side, but if you want, you can add a thread with this front bead also. And now I'm going to, here after exiting through this, I'm going to pass through this 11 at the back, and through this I will come out from the center. You can see that I'm coming from the center thread, and now I will pick up the thread of this next pair, pick up one 11 go back into this 11 again, down through this one and into this and the next one, the next two threads. So here I have exited through this one, and now I'm going to add the bead here like this, pass through these, here these two threads and into, so here I'm coming out through this, the third one, the next one. So again I'm going to pick up this 11-0, pass through this and into, and now I will pick up the thread from here and pick up one 11-0, go back into this 11-0, down like this. So here you can see that we have added these beads and created a tip at the bottom, and same way I'm going to add these 11-0s till I reach this thread. So friends, here I have added these 11-0s and now I have reached this bead here, and now I'll be adding this 11-0 eggplant here. So I have picked up this thread and now I will go back into this 11-0 and now onto this like this. Now I will pick up this thread, this pair, pick up one 11-0 eggplant, go back and like this. Now I will pick up this thread, this one, this fifth pair, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I'm picking up the thread of this fifth pair just next to these beads, like this. Pick up one 11-0 eggplant and I will go back into this 11-0. So here you can see we have added these 11-0s, and here we have completed our earring. And now after adding this 11-0, I will go back into all these beads that we added just now on the outer edge. I will pass through all of these. Now I will tie a knot in between. Again, move up. Again, I will tie a knot. Just to secure my thread. And now into this thread, into these beads at the back, Now here we can cut off our thread. So friends, here we have completed our dancing heart earring, and now I will slip in this ear like this. So here is our earring. So this is our dancing heart earring in amethyst color. Friends, in these earrings, in our dancing heart earring, we have used herringbone stitch all over, and herringbone stitch do take some time in growing up and building up these structures and all, but they really look very pretty, very good. And I know these earrings requires a lot of patience. It may take a bit of your time, but after you finished up with these earrings, you would look gorgeous when you wear them. I I have made these earrings in few more colors, and I have shown them at the beginning of the video. And these are the ones that we made in the video. And here I have these in uh, rose pink color. Then I also made these in olive green color. Here I have used Tohos in making these olive green earrings, and if you want to make these earrings with Toho, you can use the same number of beads on the outer structure, only you will have to change the number of beads for bezeling this rivoli. If you want to know how to bezel this rivoli, this 8 mm rivoli with Tohos, please do let me know in the comment section. I will definitely make a small tutorial for bezeling this rivoli with Tohos, and you can see the finish with Tohos also. And here I have made these earrings with preciosa beads. These are not mukis, these are preciosas, and you can see the finish here. So I have made these earrings, my dancing heart earrings, with different types of beads, and as you can see that I have made these in different type of beads and different colors. You can feel the pleasure that I was really a pleasure in making these earrings, and it was really interesting. So I hope you would also find it interesting, and you would also love making them. So friends, if you love my videos, my designs, please do subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next video. Thank you.